done stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. Takes it at the 7th. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. There's Prescott. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. He's got it complete to Tolbert. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. On play action, Prescott. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out.
Man, I couldn't even see which one to pick.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Right back to Tolbert. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a 1st down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing. Prescott being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. That his 1st incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they should back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Play action now. Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. On play action, Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago. Antonio Gibson with it. And down he'll go at the 25. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for him, too.
Cut it out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Gibson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. And everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Throwing now is Wentz. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side with Gibson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 34 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Ethan Carter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
The score, Commanders 7, Cowboys 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Elliott will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. Run this one over the big boy. And they got it down.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
2nd and 7.
In motion comes the tight end left. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Neville Gallimore showing off a bit on that nice stop.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
On the counter, Gibson.
He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Prescott off play action. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 70. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. He's got Thomas yet again complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz again. Open man is Samuel, complete. The Cowboys are going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
A give to Gibson running right.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wentz now to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive in the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
They'll run left with Pollard. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
When we say the sky's the limit for CD Lamb coming into his 3rd season, it's not hyperbole. 1,102 yards in his first Pro Bowl nod last season. He's now the unquestioned WR1 for Dallas following the Amari Cooper deal. They get it to him there for a first down.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
A give to Elliott running left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game.
And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Trying to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Following the interception, here's Prescott sliding out of the pocket.
That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now Prescott on 4th down. That's over the middle and caught by Arcega-Whiteside. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Now here's Pollard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And there's another style. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Wentz.
Throw right side complete to Dotson.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They get this out quickly to the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th, but a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, You're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Play action. Now Wentz.
This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And some space here.
They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the tight end goes in motion left. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
On play action, Prescott.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Four yards remain for second down.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Prescott looks to throw on first.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and a 1 at the 31-yard line.
To throw is Prescott.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's got Gibson on the out route.
And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 22. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, Wentz.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Curtis Samuel, 30 yards.
And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing here, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. 30, past the 20.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now Wentz on third down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Now Wentz, got to have this one. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50.